Hey guys, before we get into this week in free to play, I want to talk to you about LD Player. It's a new Android emulator that allows you to have smooth and stable gameplay on Raid Shadow Legends, perfectly optimized for the play that you want to do on a daily basis. It also allows you to run multiple accounts at the same time, along with cool features like macro ability to allow you to auto-click through battles. Please support this channel, download from the link below, and have a wonderful day. Well, hello everybody. What is happening? This week in free to play, I thought the Warrior Circle packs were supposed to be good. I wouldn't buy this. To me, this isn't. There's been much better. Oh, rare. If I'm gonna spend $20 and not 99 cents, could make that $19.99. The exchange rate has gone up 10-15%. Thanks, Plarium. Anyway, wouldn't buy it. No, I wouldn't buy it anyway. But I like bitching. This is actually. I don't know if this is a good deal, but this is actually generally, I think, for progression, one of the better packs out there because you're getting the epics. Now, I think mine is 12 and 8 as a whale, which is ironic. Again, the more you spend, the more you get screwed, because if you just did the math, it should be 16 and 8, but it's not. It's 12 and 8, and I think it's 30 of each of these, and then I think it's 8 and 5. But if you're willing to spend, this is one of the better ones. People like shards because shards are flashy, but this is going to give you progression. So not free to play though. This actually at this price, this is you saw the Warrior Circle pack, but I think this is worth more. It's still not enough that I'd buy it, but hey, free, I will buy that every day. I will jump on that like a fat kid on a Smartie. A Smartie, by the way, is much like an M&M in the United States. It's a Canadian Nestle treat. They're flatter. They melt in your hands, not in your mouth, unlike other. They're not in America. You got those stupid little candies that you get at Halloween, which are like the pastel sugars, called Smarties. Those are fake Smarties. Those aren't real Smarties. Oh, I already did that. They're not real Smarties. In fact, this is gonna be a little bit of Canadian. Oh, good. No uncommons. Thank God. Thank you. We're gonna give you a little bit of Canadian help. If you are asking yourself, dear Madcapper, I'm going to be traveling to Canada because after nearly 2 years of lockdown, by the time you're actually able to go anywhere outside of your own country, I've decided the place I want to go is Canada. To which I'll say, I love Canada, but I think you're crazy. Nonetheless, let me help you. The things you must have, the things you must feel, the things you must partake in, that you must ingest, in order to understand what makes us so calm and mild-mannered, is this. First off, the first thing you have to do is find a poutineery. That's a thing. It's an eatery that serves different kinds of poutine. You gotta have every single one of the poutine variety. You can't just can't go with the traditional poutine. That is the first one. For those of you who do not know what poutine is, it is fries with a delectable homemade gravy. But what makes it a poutine is not cheese. People say cheese and it makes me cringe. Cheese curds. You gotta have cheese curds. That's the key there. That's what makes a poutine. Cheese curds. So you put the fries, then you put the curds, and then you put the gravy over. The gravy melts the curds in, and it's amazing. But poutine has gone crazy. The advancements in poutine technology, the poutine technology advancements are, you can You can get a steak and cheese poutine. You can get pulled pork poutine. Like just everything that requires fries and gravy. They just call it a poutine. It should have cheese curds in it to be a poutine. If they had other stuff, that's fine. But most of them, it's just basically fries with toppings, and they call it a poutine. But it's a French, so if you really want to get authentic, go to Montreal or Quebec City or Laval or wherever. But you can get it anywhere. Right? Just don't go to Smitty's or Denny's. That's all Smitty's is. I don't know if there's Smitty's in the States, but I feel it's a Canadian only thing. And you have to have a couple different poutines. So that's the first one. Actually, New York Fries doesn't do a bad poutine. It's not bad. It's passable. It's good for fast food. It's probably the best of the fast food poutines. Just to help you guys out in your poutine discovery. The second thing you got to have is Hawkins Cheesies. If you have not had Hawkins Cheesies, you are missing out on life. You guys, I've seen this Cheetos debate and Cheetos versus Doritos, and the answer is Hawkins Cheesies. Hawkins Cheesies are they're corn bites with cheese powdering, but they're so much better than the Cheetos. Not the puffs. They're not the puffy, not the light ones, but the crunchy ones. What are they called? Are they called Cheetos Crunch or whatever? Those, yeah, no. These are 10 times better. So you gotta have that. You got a maple syrup. I think maple syrup, if you have been to Canada, I don't want to fight that team. Woad Painted. Is someone trolling me? Hey, Bones, are you messing with me? Are we gonna have a situation here? I gotta fight you anyway, even though I know I'm gonna lose. But I'm gonna lose, and it's not gonna be Woad Painted's fault. What are we gonna do here? I feel like I should just go with double damage. I think I should just up the damage quotient, especially with 2. She's gonna destroy me, isn't she? This is gonna be awful. My number 1 most disliked epic champion of the I built them so you don't have to series, and she's gonna be like, hey, Mad Capper, suck on these lemons, bitch, and I'm gonna die. Oh, you resisted. Okay, we've got some problems here. Let's just take you out of the equation. Now we got to figure out. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, good. I think she's got 99% because I had to steal her gear for something else. Oh god, don't kill her. Oh, and gets the counterattack. And yeah, go after her. Woad Painted. Well, we're still in this game. We're still in it. Alright, boom. Take her out. Let's take out Woad Painted before she gets... Oh, God. Counterattack? Yes. That's the mastery difference. Do we need to heal? No, we should just go after her. See? Get woed. Get woed. Get woed, fam. Oh, no, it's get woke. Never mind, fam. Sus. I don't understand how the English language got so abbreviated. I understand in typing when people put UR when they're trying to say your because they're lazy, and and the worst part is these kids, they type like 100 words a minute and they still can't bother. Anyway, I get it, sort of, not really, but I'm gonna pretend to get it for the purposes of my rant. Not sponsored, but if you ever want a beautiful car, Audi makes some of the best, most comfortable luxury cars. I love mine. I miss mine, but I started playing Raid, and if you're playing Raid, you can't afford an Audi and Raid unless you're like a Saudi prince, which I'm sure a Saudi prince plays this. I'm 100% sure that that's a thing. Maybe one of you, leave a comment in the description down below if you are a Saudi prince. Not a Nigerian prince. We don't want any. We just want Saudi princes. No offense. Just is what it is. Oh, back to Canadiana. So you've had the poutine. You've had the Hawkins Cheesies. Smarties, which are, just grab a box. They're cheap enough. You'll find them at every convenience store. Oh, God. I need more accuracy on her. I just don't think I have an accuracy banner yet. Get her. Done your job. Oof. Oh, the lockout. Actually, if any champion were to get locked out, I think that's the best one because their A1 is pretty much where we want to live right now. I mean, the heal would be nice right now for my girl, but... Ow. She would have lived. She could have lived. Okay, this is not looking good. Oh, live. Yes. Alright, now we can heal her. Boom, almost up to full health. How about them apples? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wow, that's all? I kind of expected him to hit harder. Well, we'll just see what happens now. I always hate this, because this is that range where 2 weak affinity, I could absolutely lose this, even though, like, he's obviously just the defense guy. Like, look at, we're not doing any. We're just weak hitting. Resist some weak hits. Oh, this could be days. So, let's talk about Canada. Maple syrup. You have to have waffles or pancakes with maple syrup. Maple syrup is also really good in kind of, there's a lot of recipes for it. My favorite, if you want to hit the culinary pinnacle of maple syrup, baked mac and cheese, not Kraft Dinner. Oh, Kraft Dinner is another one, by the way. Apparently, you don't have that in the States. It's macaroni and cheese made by Kraft, which is an American company owned. Mr. Kraft, you know, he owns the Patriots. Apparently likes prostitutes, those sort of things. Might be underage. I don't know if we've proven that or anything. But disclaimer: everything I say in this video has no basis of truth, necessarily, but might. So I don't get sued in case Robert Kraft, that's his name, right, plays this game. Wouldn't that suck? Now I'm suing you to oblivion, but I love your videos. So Kraft Dinner, it's KD, as they affectionately call it, is a staple. It's like ramen. You know, you buy the Ichiban noodles, ramen noodles, instant noodles, and you enjoy them. Well, in Canada, we kind of have a double staple. We still have that because I mean it's like 10 for 10 at Costco or whatever. You get the 24 pack. You always get double the chicken than the beef, even though the beef is the tastier one. It's just a scam. Anyway, although I guess maybe the chicken's a better one. You can put more stuff. Anyway, digress. We have Kraft Dinner, and so Kraft Dinner is like you know, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, KD, Tuesday, Thursday, ramen, instant noodles, Ichiban, whatever you want to call it. And then order the bowls now, I guess. My day, it was like, it's all you got was Ichiban. Sapporo Ichiban, I think is what it was. But the kids today, they got cup of noodles, they got instant kimchi and all this shit. And then on the weekend, you'd have pizza. Or just alcohol. So that's college life. Anyway, I digress. Oh yeah, so a baked mom's homemade baked, a little bit of Parmesan crumble on top, nice crispy. But here's the key: so you have your macaroni and cheese, your baked macaroni and cheese in the oven, like old ladies used to do, and then you put bacon in that, but the bacon is maple bacon. So when you're cooking the bacon, I mean, you can buy maple bacon, but don't be lazy. Get the thick cut bacon, cut it into like little, kind of like rectangles, mini rectangles. Fry it up with maple. So you fry it, and then you flip it. When you flip it, pour maple in the thing, so the maple will caramelize and just really get into the bacon. Put that bacon into your mac and cheese, bake it in the oven. That is the culinary pinnacle of how maple can be used in cooking. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But also anything maple donuts, maple cookies, maple, anything on the sweet side, it just makes sense. But that's five head. That's next level. What else do you need to try? Montreal smoked meat, which is basically like a corned beef almost, but it's got a it's brine. It's so good. The spices and the brine, beautiful. Do you have Montreal steak spice in? Like, I feel like that's something that's international, even though it's Montreal steak spice. It's just a nice, instead of just using Lowry's or High's seasoning on your steaks, or just salt and pepper like the restaurants do. It's just a nice mix of spices you put on the Montreal steak spice. Alberta beef. If you haven't had Alberta beef, so here's the thing. Here's what's going to make the difference. I'm going to lose here. I don't even know why I'm fighting this one. When you have a steak, when you're in the United States and you have a steak, a good steak, it's typically Argentinian beef or American beef, right? Higher restaurants will actually get Alberta beef, but for the most part, you're probably getting one of those two options. It's like, I don't know what to do here. I probably should have killed her. I'm probably going to regret the decisions here, but I'm trying to reduce the amount of damage incoming. Okay. Alberta beef tastes different because it's fed different, and part of it is climate, and part of it is just tradition or what have you. So the typical feed in Alberta is barley, God, they're using barley. It's barley. Whereas in the Midwest, it's typically alfalfa, and in Texas, it's typically grass-fed. Now, grass-fed apparently is healthier, so take that as you may, and there's plenty of Alberta farmers using grass-fed as well. But the reason why temperature comes into play is because you can't. In Canada, we have what's called winter. It's where snow falls on the ground and nothing happens. So for a large portion, 4 to 6 months of the year, cattle are being fed stored grains. Now, a lot of people, the lazy farmers, will use hay and they'll bale it and they'll feed it, but hay goes stale. And because it goes stale, it doesn't make your beef as marbled, as high as consistently, as well fed. So what you do is you create silage. Now, silage is a process of cutting the barley up and then putting it in a big ass bag to ferment. So it actually ferments, and you can add like an additive that actually helps the fermentation process and keeps more nutrients. And that means your cattle is going to be better marbled, so fatter, which means, we all like fat foods, right? Healthier, I've never asked a cow, but overall they're going to be better fed, and that's going to create a different tasting beef. And which is why Alberta beef is a little bit better than the other options, like the Argentinian beef, which is a high export for them. And now, hey, I actually like the taste of Argentinian beef. I actually really like it, but it's distinctly different. So, long story short, go at least once, get a ribeye, or get a tomahawk steak if you've got the if you've got the Quan, and enjoy a good Alberta steak. And if you are a connoisseur of steak, you'll notice the difference. The joy of Texas beef, in my opinion, which is only my opinion, is that the way they barbecue, the slow cook, the barbecue, the caramelization of the brown sugary coating of whatever you like to do, like most barbecue competitions type barbecue. I think Texas barbecue is at a next level, along with Memphis barbecue, and there's Florida barbecue is actually really good. But as far as the beef itself, I think that here's the other thing is I wouldn't do that to Canadian beef, at least not the higher quality, because the flavor in there, it stands on its own. So if you're using these great flavors to enhance the beef, why wouldn't you use it on beef that's not quite as good, flavor-wise, profile itself? So anyway, long story short, so you got to have an Alberta beef. What else? What else is important? Tim Hortons. Got to go to Tim Hortons. I know there's a couple in the States. It's like a Dunkin' Donuts, but here's the life hack. And I don't know if this is worldwide or if this is just in Canada. I assume it's just in Canada. So about 5 years ago now, Tim Hortons was bought out by whoever owns Burger King, that franchise. And I guess they didn't want to pay anything for their coffee. So they changed suppliers. Now that may not sound like a lot, but a big part of what makes their coffee so good, or made their coffee so good at Tim's, was the type of, oh, we're gonna lose this. Let's just hit that off. Was the bean they used, and they switched suppliers, and it's a different bean now, and it doesn't taste near as good. Here's your life hack: when you're in Canada, get your coffee from McDonald's, because McDonald's, when they rebranded their coffee and did all the other stuff, they actually went to the supplier that was formerly being used by Tim Hortons. And essentially, it's the same coffee as Tim Hortons used to be. And those of you who are avid coffee drinkers know exactly what I mean. Coffee is better. Their coffee is better. It's just better. Should we even try this? I feel like... Should we just go mano a mano? And lose. Screw it. You don't scare me. I should actually probably have not done that. I probably should have made better choices. But I'm just so happy I'm in Silver 1, frankly. Not gonna lie to you, that Mountain King is scaring me a little bit. But he'll probably go after her. So if she can do her job by eliminating 2 of them... Oh god. That's a problem. Now he's going to go after her. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, there we go. God, that's twice without a counter. That's really unfortunate. Now the question is... Oh, let's just let it happen. Can we chip away at this Mountain King? I don't think so. Oh, dude's not crit capped. You can't bring him into here, not in this day and age. He's not like he was in a shield set. We might have a hope. Yeah. 5 head. There we go. We're actually crushing it. We're crushing it. I don't know, where were we at with it? What else in Canada? What other Canadian foods, delicacies do you need to have? Tim Hortons, but get your coffee from McDonald's if you want the true authentic flavor. Oh, we should probably talk about champions at some point here. I did make it so in the last video you may have remembered I was humming and hawing, but you see I did make the decision. I've made a conscious decision now to pivot. And it's probably the wrong choice, and you're probably gonna mock, I don't know, whatever the word is, me for doing this, but I'm gonna switch to Clan Boss Team Centric. So for that, we did go with the Frozen Banshee. My ultimate goal is probably Umbral and Rearguard next. Again, from a Clan Boss perspective, I think Rearguard will really help the team out. She's got an attack down. But I'm kind of somewhat thinking I might go with our Coffin Smasher, because basically you've got Frozen Banshee, Coffin Smasher, War Maiden as the staple of the team, and then we just have to wait for a counter attack or some other method to be able to, ally attack something there. So those are the 3 that I'm gonna go with in my Clan Boss team eventually. So I think I might build up Coffin Smasher. I haven't decided yet, though. Now, I'm not fully committed to that, but we're going to passively look at him and see if it makes more sense. Especially, see, the book thing is a bit of a deal, right? He needs, what, 6, 15? 14. God, on 2 skills. So that does bring a bit of a but I'm definitely, I've already got my apothecary maxed. I think, yeah, we need 1 cooldown. We need 4 books still on Frozen Banshee. So if I don't have books for him, I don't know if it's much of a point to focus on him yet, but definitely he's going to be on there. I want to get my Clan Boss team going, so we're going to be spending a lot of time in the Minotaur. We already have been, which is going to slow things down, right? But as you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit... I built 4 full masteries on these 3. And I chose Armiger because he's actually he's kind of a mainstay in a lot of areas of my team, even where you don't need that turn meter, because he does do enemy max HP. So I thought, why not? We'll build him out. He did help me progress. He's only going to get better. I'm going to use him for a long time, I feel. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Apothecary, I don't, until I get that banner, right? Like, we don't have a speed banner. So until I get a banner that rolls like double speed, and I feel like that's, hey, that's next level to get Apothecary there, I don't think there's a point on building him up past 5-star. Oh, did I get a... Oh, might as well, right? I think that was on Elaine, but I switched her over to an attack one at least. Still haven't gotten a crit damage. So that was my thought so Coffin Smasher, we'll once we get some more rare books, which is very rare. See what I did there? We're gonna keep Apothecary at 50 until we see that banner. If I get a double roll HP banner, then we'll 6-star him, because then it becomes very much worth it for me to do so. Otherwise, having that 6th star is not enough of a motivation. He's so good at 50 is the reason why. So, you know, our next, I was largely considering my Gala Long Braids, because she is hitting really hard, although that 2% is killing me. But at the end of the day, I'm really just using her as a carry along in dungeons and in arena. So I thought, you know what, let's look at these two as the next. And which of the two probably depends on where I'm at when it's time, right? I just leveled her up. I don't really have any other food to speak of. You know, I have to build my food up. That's going to take some time, especially seeing I'm spending a lot of time in the Minotaur now, because we don't have that XP. But again, tomorrow we get the 500, or actually tonight we get the 500 energy. So I'm probably going to buy an XP and burn through another set of runs to be able to for progression. I don't even know what I'm talking about. For food, I'm going to build more food tonight. When I get the 500 energy, I'll buy an XP with gems. But until then, I think we're just going to... Ooh, hey, look, energy. What do we got to do? Accessory upgrade. Oh, we got the artifact enhancement. I have been running some runs in the Dragon Dungeon, and it has not really been that good for me. I just don't have the speed to make it really create like, oh my god, but I did get some. Again, we're looking for those speed, and I'm not getting speed here. Now, we're not throwing the baby out with the bath water, right? We're still, 4-star. Yuck. Get out of my face, 4-star. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit disheartening. Not disheartening, that's too much. Like crit damage here, not really what I'm looking for. And no speed, even in the non-drops. Like, where did all the speed subs go? I just want some speed to go. First in the arena realm. Why can't I get speed on a helm? Huh? Oh, God. I'm a fucking lyrical genius. And I can't land on speed. Okay, let's stop. I've stopped now. I've seen too much already. We're going to do some of that. It is artifact enhancement right now, so... probably tonight after I burn through energy again and we have some more. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to use this because I get it. Oh yeah, I get 500 energy tonight. We're not going to do anything to champions. We're going to run into the dragon. Normally that would, in my opinion, that would be a bad choice. But because we're getting 2x speed drops, I think it's too hard to resist. So we're going to do Dragon Dungeon runs. I'm at 14 now. I can manual 15, sort of, but it's not really worth it. So, I always hate. This is the worst. I never get the same. I always get the 3 bosses when I don't have, when I have the XP boost. And when I don't have the XP boost, I get the 7 runs, which you want the opposite. It's unfortunate. All right, so what else do we have to tell you? Made it to silver. We finished through a couple of the different. I still, another reason I want the speed drops and accuracy drops would work as well is because I need to do that 4 champions with 3 sets at level 12. So I don't want to use gear that's going to be wasteful. I want to put it on champions that make sense. Like, Seeker will be in a speed set eventually, so I can put it on him now. But most of my champions are kind of built right now for clan boss. So they have, they obviously have lifesteal on them. I'm not going to make you watch 7 of those. We'll just see. What else can we do? I got food coming soon. This might be the shortest video ever. Clan, I'm doing like 5 million now in Clan Boss, right? 5.4. So just taking her to 6-star basically got me 2 million in damage. That's pretty crazy to me. I didn't think it would be that different, and I didn't really pay attention to stats to say, oh, this is why. I don't know if she gets so much more stats from 5 to 6 because she's still only level 28. But I've done 3 keys now, and they've all been high 4s to mid 5 on the hard boss. So that's good because the sooner I can get to brutal, that's my goal, is to get to brutal. And to get that, I think I need to take out Sinesha and put in a legitimate boss. And I'm not going to take Kale to 6-star at all. He's eventually going to be food. But I want to get her up for Dragon as well, because I think she'll help out in the Dragon. But we need those books so we get that better chance to land on her A1. So what else are we doing? A Doom Tower, we're stuck on the poisons. We just get wrecked by it, so we can't really get through it. Faction Wars, we're not doing too bad. We're at 140. Got nothing out of that, as always. I got to run them today, but you can see here we're just we can get through. Do I have anyone in the vaults? No. Wow, clearly it should be her, right? So we can do that. What else can we do? This is probably one of my best. Oh, yeah. I can't do this right now. I took all the gear off of a couple champs that I was using just to get through this because of matchmaking, how matchmaking works in the arena. They've kind of countered it. I think that's my highest, right? Oh, 26 Night Rev. Oh, yeah, because Sinesha. That makes sense. Also, Dwarfs I should be pretty good in. Oh, only 10. Oh, I'm at like level 10 or 9, but because of Gala, but because she's single target and I don't have 5 dwarves, it often goes shitty. So I think this is a pretty good progression, right? There's some we just don't have any. I can't Skinwalker, nothing. Although I do have Skinwalkers now, but again, I'm very hesitant on putting gear on them just to get through these waves. And then that's going to increase my total power, which is going to get me harder arena matches. Though I will say, because I can fairly easily get to a silver 2 now, and I'm not getting to gold 1 with the team I have, no way, no how. Maybe I'll just, maybe we'll start looking back, because, I dropped about 100k power just by taking gear off of all those supplement champions I was using. Maybe not quite 100k. Some of that might just be from whatever. But all right, I think that's all I have for you. We're gonna make this a short one, 33 minutes, pretty good. But I hope you learned a lot about what to do in Canada if you decide to come up here. By the way, locations to visit. If you are a young man who loves erotic dancers, I'm trying to think of what the most politically way of putting stripper is. Ladies who enjoy dancing on stage naked. Montreal for the best. But is it Sault Ste? No, what's St. Catharines for the free to play. St. Catharines is the free to play stripper capital of Canada. It's very close to Buffalo, to the border, so a lot of people go there, and they cater very well to you. Who in New York, most places in New York don't even allow topless, depending on the county, and those that do, there's so many restrictions. You might as well be just going to a bar. But just, you're welcome. Banff, the scenic of Banff and Lake Louise. Lake Louise is the better skiing. Sunshine Village is better family-friendly skiing. Kimberley, Norquay, there's a lot of good skiing if you're a winter buff. If you're a summer buff, Banff is really good for trails, hiking, dirt, mountain biking, that sort of stuff. Nakiska, if you like cross-country skiing, another winter event. Calgary Stampede, if that ever happens again. Probably, I heard they're going to try it this year, which just scares me, but wait a year so you don't get COVID and die. Next year be a good stampede in Calgary, Alberta. Check out a Jays game in Toronto, a Raptors game, a Leafs game, whatever you can afford. Buy them from scalpers. You'll know the ones that are mainstays. They're usually there. They're not ripping you off. If you wait till about 5 minutes after the game started, especially for Leaf tickets, which can be extremely expensive, and even Raptors tickets, you can get really good deals. And for example, in baseball, we paid $20 a seat, and we were 8 rows up right off the first baseline, which was fun because we got to heckle who was it? Lyle Overbay. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you later. Have a good day this week and free to play.